Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody has a really wonderful weekend. Apart from what happened over the weekend, I mean, we literally dumped. Honestly speaking, I wasn't expecting that harsh dump, but I was prepared for it with 78k levels, but I wasn't expecting it because I wanted it to hold these lows, and because we had A, B, C, B, and then you had 5 waves. So over and all, we had two cases, bull case and bear case, where this was some sort of A, B, and C, or this is some sort of a wave 1 and we are doing wave 2. So wave 2 should not have went under this, and now that we have went under this, I mean, this changes the whole picture, and this the whole changes the whole wave count. So at least for now, I think even the USD dominance. So let's start with the USD dominance. Dominance, this 5.34% has now been flipped not only on daily but on weekly as well. And right now at the moment, we have rejected from the 6.2% on the previous stream. I mentioned that even if you pumped, this is going to be your rejection point, and this is where the longs are favorable, even on the lower time frame, and it gave us a bounce. I mean, I am really not into any long at the moment. I longed yesterday BTC, got stopped out, and the profits were, the risk was managed, so it was a calculated risk actually, and it was a perfect play from a wave count perspective. But something went wrong. I reanalyzed everything today in the morning as to what might have went wrong with the wave counts. And still, I think I really don't get the answer the way I want it. But of course, we have something, to analyze it. Overall, I think if you analyze USD dominance on the lower time frame, I still believe that, we are having one more push on an upside. So this is clearly your wave 1. This is wave 2. That's your wave 3 with a good volume. Now we have done with the wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 5. So overall, I think we might see a very good short opportunities in the market, and with a very tight stop loss, because USD dominance is missing one more push on an upside. So that's like a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's clearly one more push is missing. Now with the invalidation levels, the invalidation is under 5.56%. So if we start going back under this, I think this whole structure is going to be so tricky. I don't know what wave counts would that be. But definitely, it would mean that we really want to go towards 5.24% at that point of time. But at least for now, we are bullish on USD dominance now. There's no need to be bearish about. Looking at the daily time frame, even though we rejected from a resistance, and we do have a bearish divergence as well on the USD dominance, but for that bad divergence, we really need to wait for a daily or 2 consecutive daily close, or at least you need to wait for 3 consecutive daily close. So yeah, this bad divergence might give us some sort of a relief bounce. So we just want to see how are we going to close in the next 6 hour 18 minutes candle. But overall, we do have some sort of a bad divergence. Now I really don't have the wave count for this. This can be A, this can be B and C. That's your wave A, B, C, wave B, and now we are just simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So practically, whatever the wave counts you want to have it on USD dominance, either it's A, B, C, or either it's 5 waves or a WXY, XZ, whatever everything suggests that we are aiming for 7.27%. So at least we really want to. So no swing on longs. Even if you want a long, you can just play some scalps. The shorts are more favorable since we started flipping up the 5.24%. The shorts are the only favorable positions. Even though I mentioned that HTF we are bearish, I really I mentioned that we are bearish on the hard term time frame. So you don't expect BTC to make new all-time highs, honestly speaking. On the lower term time frame, yes, we were bullish. I was expecting it to hold this, make some sort of a 3 tap, go for something like this liquidity pool, then dump like this. But still, it's a good sign. We still can have a good opportunity for the dump. Once it starts going back under 78.3, you can short it, and we will short it probably for the next 10% move, 10 to 14% move on the downside. Overall towards 68,000 to 69k. So that is going to be a very interesting levels. Now for longs, Longs, you really need to wait because you don't really have any structure at the point. So longs are favorable only and only once we start, flipping above 83k. So till then, no longs are favorable. It's just gonna be a LTF chop. That's gonna be a resistance. You're gonna have support. So we're just gonna chop in between. That's what the price can literally do for the next few days. Basically, if we really don't break under 78k, and if we don't break above this green line, which is a resistance of 81,450 on Coinbase. Now, similarly for Binance or Bybit, you really have that resistance around 81,100. That's where we exactly rejected. It's like a bearish retest of the range that got broke down. But if you look at this whole thing, this was some sort of a wave A. This is clearly a wave B, guys. Clearly a wave, because wave 2 can never go that far. Wave 2 should not go beyond 0.618. I've never seen such wave 2 actually. It went way beyond 0.86. Not only that, it did not, took that highs. Clearly, this is some sort of a very fishy move in my view, which means that I still expect, that there is a possibility we might play this harmonic. Now, for that, we might also do, a truncated wave B or something, and we can go for a push up till maybe sweeping up the highs to 90 to 93k. This can literally wreck the bears in a single slingshot. So how are we going to play this? Honestly, if this is A, this is B, the pump, and we need to have wave C. So wave C normally have 5 waves. I really don't see 5 waves, but as you can see here, this is wave A, this is wave B. We have one, we have got 2, and that is going to be our wave 3 with the good volume. That's your wave 4. Then definitely we will see one more down towards 2024 value area high, which should be around 73,570. Can even go for a deeper pullback to 69k as well. That's going to be a deeper pullback. So for now, you really want a long above, or we will long above 81,122. In that, I'm not going to touch you longs, honestly speaking. Not even going to give you how much confident I am, but I'm not going to give you that longs till we flip 81.1. That's a bear, minimum requirement for me to flip longs. For shorts, definitely it's a very good opportunity. As I mentioned, USD dominance on the lower term time frame. Once we start reaching towards the 786 or maybe even the golden pocket zone, I might even look for giving some shorts, a risky one, but we can take it, of course. So that can be a good short in my view. So just like this, and then we can do something like this at least. So there's always a double bottom and a double top. So here also we can either see a double top like this and we can dump, or simply it just run up like this and boom. So I think the shorts are going to be here. Definitely I'm aiming for those shorts at the moment. And for longs, I'm not interested till we flip 81,122. Similarly, Ethereum went, as I mentioned in the last stream as well, I am very bearish on ETH. Don't touch ETH. I have clearly been very vocal about it on the stream as well, that I'm expecting it to go towards 786, 886 Fibonacci levels. And that's exactly where it is right now. 786 is 59.9, 1,560, and your 886 is around 1,238. Now, if we have to form a triangle sort of thing, let's say if it really wants to form a triangle, then this is it. I mean, we are here. Basically, this is literally the levels where ETH need to hold. I mean, 12,038 absolutely needs to hold. If you go under this, kalas, you really opened the doors for ETH towards a triple digit for roughly around 500 to 600 bucks. So you really opened that door actually, and that's going to be a generational dip buying opportunity for ETH in my view. It's going to be like Sol buying at some sort of like a single digit Sol, and then Sol just made new all-time highs. Similarly, this sort of a dip buying opportunity would be like it. In case if I would simply sell or put back my investments from real estate to maybe in ETH at that point of time. But this is going to be a huge buying opportunity in the next few months. But overall, we are not that close for a generational buying opportunity. A lot of people really want me to, because just if you look at this chart, we are not even close. I mean, BTC not even started. So, and the wave count is still bullish, honestly speaking, because we are holding the 69k levels. The bear count, the bear market for BTC will start once we start losing 69k. Once we start losing this 69k, the whole market will go for a toss. And that point of time, I think Ethereum will outperform BTC, because the rotation of money will then go from BTC to ETH. So even though ETH might dump, but BTC will have bigger dump than ETH. So if let's say BTC dumps 10%, Ethereum will just dump probably 3%, 4%. So that's how ETH will do. So eventually, the bears are going to kick in for BTC. They're going to start swapping BTC, liquidating their positions either in Ethereum or in altcoins or in USDT once we start losing 69k range highs. Once that happens, God save BTC basically. But this is my plan, and I would not budge from this plan, even if I would like to be wrong. Honestly, I don't have any investments in BTC at the point. If you remember, we sold our investments at 71.5k, and after that we did not bought any single BTC. Even the pump, we missed this pump, but we have rode this pump from 39k, from 50k, whatever you name it, but we have did it, and we made a good money on it. So I think once we go to 69k, probably that can be some good levels because we have a trend line. So I think 65k to 63,580 is a good levels, just in case of a week, just in case of a week. So we can probably do something like the push up, another push up, dump, and then probably from here we go for a retest like this and then dump like this. So that is a possibility. Now it can even straight away dump like what we did, somewhere around these levels or somewhere around these levels. We can even do that. What we can just simply, we already got this move. So once we start losing, we get a massive move, meaning that it can literally wreck everyone, dumping it down to 50k, hold it there for like few days or months, and after that we go for a reversal towards 100k. Now that is going to be a massive move for BTC. This is also gonna wreck many. Long's gonna get wrecked, who is buying 69k support. Bears are gonna get wrecked, who is gonna keep on shorting here, anticipating a move down towards 40k or 32k. And then bulls are gonna get wrecked once they start realizing that, hey, this was the bottom, this is a generational bottom, and we should be longing towards new all-time highs, and they will get wrecked again after this. So it's a game of like chess that we are playing right now. Lot of people are betting on ETH. Lot of people are betting on altcoins, because they feel that BTC is still bullish. BTC is still in a bullish territory because we haven't lost the 69k levels, and which is true, by the way. So till we don't lose 69k, we are still in a bullish territory. Honestly speaking, we can still make new all-time highs. However, from my wave count perspective, from everything, I think we are done. In 2025, I expect to sweep under 49k and maybe even go towards 38.5. That's what I expect. Anywhere in between BTC will go this year. How it goes doesn't matter, but what matters is, yes, definitely it goes, and you should be buying there. Don't just probably be ultra cautious. At that point of time, your best buy would not be BTC, but your best buy would be Ethereum, altcoins that have literally got wrecked. For example, Solana as well. I feel so good about the way Solana has been playing out. I was very vocal about it when it went to 147. I mentioned that it's not done, and we will just simply dump it back down to 98.7. This 1 to 72 fib, and just look at those levels. It went like 3.5% and pumped like 14% from 98.73. I had some stinky bits there, as I mentioned from the stream. Got filled, but still, I'm not happy. But yeah, it's a good one. But I do think right now that Solana, if it can hold, it can hold probably the 1618. It should not go under it. Basically $90. If it can hold there, we can still expect Solana to give us a relief bounce to 165, because now what we can, or what you should be expecting for Sol is that we are now, literally be in a bear market for Solana. Why? Because this was the highs and this was the lows, this was our highs, and now we have swept the lows, making lows a new low, meaning that we can just do something like this for the next few months, and then once we start breaking these levels, it's going to be a big dump to $46-48 for a wave C. That's your wave A, wave B, and wave C. Remember, wave B can even go to 216. It all depends. Wave B can even end up to 167. It all depends. So overall, I think this zone 98.7 to 83 is a very good levels for Solana to buy some spots. I'm not going to give you longs. $1.4 billion worth of longs already got liquidated, got wrecked, got literally wrecked. So you can imagine, what happened with the people who were literally long at that point of time. My stop got triggered, honestly, so I'm really happy with it. Loss is a loss, part and parcel of the game. However, most important is your capital. You should be protecting your capital, because the loss should not be big that you can't even recover it. So then probably your mind would be focusing only on one thing: how can I recover? How can I recover? How can I recover? Instead, your mind should be focusing on how to make good money, how to have an incremental wealth. So that the whole thing changes. Basically, your whole attitude changes. Everything changes basically when you go into that zone. So your plan is very, very simple, guys. Don't look for longs till we don't flip $81,100. Till then, don't look for longs. For shorts, as I mentioned, I'm aiming for shorts here at these levels, because I still think we are having one more push up from the wave count perspective: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's very, very clear actually. Ethereum is, as I'm previous all-time high level, so it's good to give some long, but I still think the overall structure is a little bit bearish, guys. And if you look at from a wave count perspective, you still can feel that this was 1, 2, this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and we are in the wave 3 at the moment. It's 3 of some sort of 3 of 1 of something, which means that if till we don't reclaim 1700 these levels, or even 1790, we don't flip it or reclaim it, the bear count stands it, and we are gonna dump a lot. We just have been starting it. We lost these big levels of 2130. We have lost it. Now we should be aiming for the range lows, which is around here. So till I really think that ETH should not be touched. You don't really want to play the scalps. You can play around 1240, 1232, or let it flip, reclaim 1789 here, so that you can long it. Till then, simply don't touch it, in my view. Similarly, BNB I think is a very, very good shorts in coming days. It's still lagging a lot. It's a very good triangle formation that's happening here. Look at this triangle. At some point, this triangle will break down, and when that happens, you will get a very good opportunity. This is A, B, C, wave A, B, C, D, or maybe some sort of wave A, B, C, D, and a push up E, wave B, and boom, wave C. Dump it back down to 300. Maybe you want to dump it back down to 183. That's gonna be a very good short. Just wait for a little bit, and you can get a good short opportunity. Your target is minimum 390 and maybe under. Silver, guys, dumped a lot, as I mentioned on the previous stream as well, on the Discord as well. Just exit silver when we were literally here around 32, 33. It can literally dump it back down to $21. That was the bull case. That's what I mentioned on the stream as well. Maybe one more push, who cares? But overall, this might happen, so you just have to be slightly cautious. However, if silver can reclaim $31, it can be 1, it can be 2, can be 3, A, B, C, 4, and we can have one more push up till 37. So silver can be a good investments here if it can reclaim $31. So just wait for that. I'm still holding my 50% back on silver. I would like to reaccumulate silver in case if it gives me $21. Gold, I so feel bad about it. Our short on gold was on point. It literally stopped me out at break even and then dumped me. I feel so pissed off. honestly speaking. It was more than 400 pips short, and it was so correct. From here, 3,134, like 560 pips short. It literally went double top, stopped me out at break even, and then boom, dump. Now what you can see over here is gold have started, uh, losing these levels. But remember, gold is likely going to finish 5 waves, meaning this is wave 1, this is wave 2, that's your wave 3 here, wave 4, and we will be finishing wave 5 with the support around 2,940 to 2,939 basically. So I think we can scalp some gold here. I may be looking for some, long scalp on gold. We can push up till 3,000 maybe, but everybody expects 3,000, so I will just probably discount it towards 3,070. These levels, that's your order block. So that's what we can aim for. I got stopped down on SPX. I mentioned it. I will be risking $2,000 on this. I really want to some big position, but considering the market and the news that were coming out continuously by Trump, it clearly seems that SPX lost the weekly, and it got a bearish retest of 5,244 today itself. Basically this week, I would say that today, and a good moment, like almost you can say $400 move in a single day. That's a strong move you had. So I really closed it manually, basically SPX today morning. I closed it roughly around $5,075. I wish I knew that this will have a bearish retest of 5,244 today itself, so I would have got out in some profits, but that's okay. Right now, I think what we are looking for, till we are under the green line of 5,250, we can aim for the EMA 200 daily, the way we did historically. After we losing this bearish retest, then this only that levels can give us a good bounce, meaning that we can still chop a little bit more for a few days, and that's from there we can have some good bounce and further dump like this for SPX. So guys, SPX is also, as I mentioned, not looking good. In the next few days you can expect a relief bounce, maybe a few days onwards, or pump it up to maybe $5,600 to $5,500. Basically this EMA 50, it's going to be your bearish retest, and then later it's going to be a good shorting towards your support around 4,116. So that is going to be a very good short for SPX as well. That's what I have at the moment. The most important chart is Bitcoin dominance. I mentioned it. BTC dominance is bullish. We have flipped the historical, levels of 63.2 as well as 63.25 altcoin bull run 2021 levels, meaning that above this, I expect it to sweep this highs of 64.4 and go up till 66.1, and so that's what I expect BTC dominance to do. And ETH BTC is still going to see some more downside. It is in my buy zone again, but I'm not going to DCA. I'm simply gonna hold either underwater position, because once this is done, that's going to be a big wave 1, which is going to give you good money. Because right now this is your wave 1, 2, that's your wave 3 here, wave 4, and every push we are getting is with a low volume, meaning that it's going to be a wave 5, finishing this whole trend, and after which you will see something like this. So we are very close for topping out. If I have to tell you, another 4 to 5% move on an upside for BTC dominance, but that's it. That's what I can or you can expect from BTC dominance. Nothing above 66.2 in my view. That's where I'm going to DCA as well. Others crypto market cap, very vocal about it. We have lost the level of 215, so don't long till about 219 as I mentioned, and it's a good short, and also will go down a lot. My target was $190 billion. Basically the sweep of these lows around 189.7, 190 billion. It went to some sort of a daily order block, it seems. Yeah, here somewhere around this order block that we had on 178 to 174, but still it is not out of the woods. And the only good part about this chart, what you guys can see over here, The only good part about this chart is maybe we might be forming some sort of a very good bullish wolf waves. Just not sure how this bullish wolf waves aligned with the US dominance plan or anything else. So again, I have to tell you, long only and only once we start reclaiming $214 billion. Because if we reclaim it, you can long it, or we will long it till at least 280 billion. Maybe we can dump it more. So even though it looks bullish to me, but I really I don't know how this whole thing will align, with my US dominance plan. Like US dominance, we expect, push like this one more time. So this whole thing don't align with my other US dominance plan. So we just have to wait and watch as to how others flip. But if we don't flip, I mean, it's simply bearish, honestly speaking. Total crypto market cap as well. We have lost the levels of range highs of $2.72 billion. So naturally speaking, we are aiming for $1.7 trillion. This liquidity will be taken care of. Again, we also have this as well. So yeah, I think $2 trillion is the target eventually. We go like this, take the liquidity to 2.14, push up like this, maybe somewhere like this, and then we go down like this for the real liquidity, which is under this whole thing, and that would trigger a massive amount of liquidations that we have seen like this. And after which, as I mentioned, we can look for some good bounces across the board basically. So we really need some bigger liquidity pool to grab, or I might be wrong, we might not go deeper right now. We can just probably break out and target the red box again. Possible, I'm not denying. But for that, we really need a breakout of this trend line, or let it flip 2.72 here so that we can long. Till then, I'm just going to sit tight and wait for how BTC plays out. Just going to, play the lower term time frame plan, guys. Right now, for the scalps, tomorrow I'm going to have scalp stream, because today I don't really see any point of scalping. I really want to see how are we going to have a Monday, range formation for BTC. So I really want to see how are we going to flip, because we have a huge range. Your Monday low is 74.4, your Monday high is 81. So you really have a good range to play with tomorrow. So if we are opening Monday, basically, let's say if today we are closing, or let's say tomorrow we are opening above the value area high, let's say above 79,150 or so. If you're opening tomorrow like this, we open here, and if the price gets accepted inside this, can be a good short with a target of lows like this. However, if the price tomorrow it opens under this value area, whole value area range, then we'll just simply play the levels: long above Monday mid to target Monday highs, short under it and to target Monday lows. Simple as that. Nothing, no more rocket science. This is the levels we will play for the tomorrow. So let's see how do we get closure today and where do we open it. That way we will play the plan. So just wait for my calls for the scalps, and also the scalping stream will be tomorrow morning, a little bit early, guys, because we need to catch a move in Asia session. And today stock markets got nuts. Indian market got crashed, and every markets we were expecting this to happen, and this is what we are happening. China, Russian markets, I don't know. Russell bounced like 3% out of nowhere. Everything was red. That was the only market was green. Basically, it seems like it's reversing or bottoming. But the biggest major impact happened was on Hong Kong and Taiwan. So these were the two markets were very, 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 having adverse effect of this whole tariff thing. Basically Japan as well. So I think if you talk about more from a recessionary perspective, I do really think that recession might not happen this year, might, because look at this, look at the symbols that we want to talk about. So just look at these chart. Where is my US CPI? Here. So if you look at this, the core US CPI, we'll also talk about crude oil, because crude oil will definitely bottom. If we look at from this whole CPI perspective, at the point, we, even though it looks down, okay, even though it feels that we literally bounce, and it was like a dead cat bounce, and we are bottoming right now, but I feel that US rupee, based on the structure, I think CPI will rise exponentially like this. It will simply go for not don't expect above this maybe, but at least give us a double top, this, and we are likely here, and after that we dump. So what happens during those times? Well, the market would just simply dump a lot during these times, because the recession is high, interest rates will keep on pumping. Your 10 years US yield bond markets will also eventually dump and or go sideways, and SPX, as you know, it will just simply dump a lot. So this is telling me the way the tariffs are happening, then they have stopped tariff for like 3 months, so we might not see impact the next month onwards, but at least if they keep on having tariffs for China, or as well alone, definitely that will have some impact in the market. So I do think CPI will rise exponentially, at least towards 5% to maybe even 5.34% from 2.2 currently. Gold shorts, it's okay, I missed it, but today morning it was a good short, honestly, but I wasn't available. I literally wasn't available in the morning. I woke up late, and when I woke up, I saw market was dumping, and I got also I saw first notification was that my limit spot was filled. So I was happy. Okay, I got filled, and I was like, let me open my buy bit, and then I saw it got filled and it got stopped out as well. So I was like, man, how far it went. Then I saw it went roughly to 74k, and actually it went till 73k as well. So I was like, oh my god, it was a good buying opportunity, at least for a scalp, basically around 74 for a lot of exchanges. Many other exchanges, if you see here, it went till 74.5 to 74.6, and CME's CME went slightly lower. Of course, they were selling at a discount, so it happens. CME, they either go for a premium when the price pumps, or they go for a discount when it dumps. I've seen it, because I think the theory that we were talking about few months back, it just went to 74.7. So okay, CME also, everything was at par. 75k, 74.7 was what everything went. So I think the best way to play this thing, as I mentioned, let's wait for tomorrow, so that we can get a perfect opportunity to see whatever we want to scalp it. Either we long here to ride this, April opens, maybe we flip it up, we can ride up more, we will see. We'll lose this, and we will just simply short the retest and then dump it back down to 2024 value area high, and maybe even to 69k. It all depends. But looking to the USD dominance, one more push is still definitely pending, which means that this is the most likely scenario for USD Dom. Go to golden pocket zone and run up towards 6% and maybe even to 6.3%. Okay. Don't get anxious. Don't be worried. I know a lot of people DM me that, hey, I have this much money. Is this a good generational buying opportunity? I was like, wait. No, this is not a generational buying opportunity. So just wait for a confirmation. I mean, honestly speaking, you just simply can't go blindly long. I know someone, literally on weekend, he bought Ethereum around, these levels, literally around 1816, 1850 levels. And then market dumped on him. Basically, it just literally dumped 22%. So you just have to know. I mean, you just have to buy above these levels, and we don't really want to buy 0.786, 886 Fibonacci levels. So just wait a little bit. Honestly speaking, I won't put my money in ETH at the moment. I'm not confident about it. I really don't have confidence on it at the moment. My confidence level will be very high once we start going towards 786 Fibonacci levels for BTC dominance. And despite the fact that we know that BTC this year eventually BTC will go down towards 69k, we know that, and even 65k. So we know this will happen. So why to rush? I mean, we will buy ETH at that point of time, whatever the price would be. So why to rush? I mean, we still have opportunities. But April is turning to be good, not so good the way people expected, or the way I was expecting at least some sort of a relief, this week. But after the dump, I mean, the price should have held 78k. Now we are either doing irregular flat, as I already mentioned about it, on the lower term time frame, either this irregular flat, or till we don't reclaim 81k, we can just probably dump it down like to previous all-time highs of 69k. So either this is going to be irregular flat, A, B, and one more down, C, and then we run up back to EMA 200 daily retest and EMA 50 daily retest, and then dump. Now, a very, very interesting thing, the last thing I would like to tell you is we are about to see, or we are about to see a death cross. Death cross on the BTC is something you really don't want to see in a bull market. Whenever we see a death cross, things go for a toss. Just look at this thing. Whenever there is a death cross, so whenever in the bull run, this sort of death cross happens. It happened in June 2021. The market just went sideways and double bottom, and then we had a golden cross and the market goes for a bull run. Then we had death cross again here, and the market just went another dump, like 20% downside. So just you really don't want to see some death cross at this point. But if this death cross happens, let's say it will happen very soon. If we do something like this, then if death cross happens and the market is stuck between this range, we will see something like this in the death cross. Accumulation happens, and then we pump. So the death cross is really, really close to happening out, and if that happens, I think we can have a good short opportunities again. Today in the morning I mentioned we are having good short opportunity. Yes, we are having it, and this is what the short opportunity looks like to me. So give us, and then probably we can short. It's gonna be a very good double bottom sort of thing. So that's all for the today's stream, guys, and wait for my opportunity. Tomorrow morning I will be doing this thing, scalping stream, because we can get some good scalps in the ACR session. I'll wake up early in the morning. I'll just go to bed right now and I'll just wake up early in the morning, so don't miss it. Just be available with me. So let's try to make some good money this week with the scalps. Yes, last week we had a good week, but except the one that we stopped out on BTC short, BTC long, sorry, but it was eventually a good week. So I want to make this week as well a good week, and let's try to make that a good week. So that's all. And whatever the queries or questions you have, you can either DM me or just tag me another trade question, and wait for my response. I'll try to respond by tomorrow morning, everyone. Okay, so that's all, guys. Have a nice night. Take care.